In the general context of Galatians, we're going to find out the reason they were doing this was so that they weren't persecuted by the other Jews. That's why they were doing it. And this is where our concept of Galatianism comes from. You'll talk about, I've talked about the different types of Christians that there are in Scripture. There's spiritual Christians, and this is the way we should be, spiritual and maturing. Those are the two types of Christians we should be, but you also have the carnal Christian. And the carnal Christian could be somebody who's, of course, after the flesh. They're trying to use law to justify themselves before God, and they are also trying to use law to justify themselves before men. That's a Galatianite. And this is directly where it actually comes from. So these men came down claiming to be from the church in Jerusalem, saying, no, you have to be circumcised according to the customs of Moses. So Paul and Barnabas, though, they stand their ground because this is not what Paul has been teaching, and he did not receive this from the Lord. And there's like, no, this is contrary to what Paul understands is the gospel. So therefore, when Paul and Barnabas had no small dissension and disputed with them, they determined that Paul and Barnabas and certain others out from them should actually go up to Jerusalem to the apostles and the elders and question them about this. Are you actually sending people out to do this? So the assembly makes this determination and they actually send Paul over there. Paul went to communicate the gospel with those who are in Jerusalem. So this is 14 years after he actually had the experience well, this is actually 14 years after the 3 years he was out in the wilderness. So it's quite a bit of time has gone by. And in verse 2, and I went up by revelation and communicated to them the gospel, which I preached or proclaimed among the Gentiles, but privately to those who were of reputation, least by any means I might run or have run in vain. So he's going up and he's verifying, this is the information I received. Are you preaching something else? Are we contradicting what we're saying here? Because again, he had never gone up to Jerusalem to verify this with them.